Okay, I think this is it, right? Okay, so I have to make sure that my stuff is on right here, and my stuff is on right here, and then we're going right there. So all right, I should be able to get this stuff going, and all right. Alvaro, what's going on, man? So I got my stuff finished a little bit quicker. So then let's see how well I could do this. Oh, I mean my background music too, right? Okay, I want to make sure that it's on good thing. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I think that's gonna be good right there. That's gonna be a good thing right there, right? Yeah, just getting ready for a little bit of live streaming on here, just checking it out, and yeah, I needed to make sure everything's going on, and it just happened that I did it a little bit faster than normal right here, so I should have just did 1 minute, huh? You know, Alvaro on YouTube is saying, when are we gonna do live stream? Well, we're gonna have to do it soon, right? Okay, so anyways, let's go. All right, here we go. In 15, 14, 13. So this is going to be 31 minutes, I think. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's going to finish earlier. All right, let's start right here. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the worldwide internet, Big Daddy Shin's proud to present Worldwide Wednesday. All right, thank you very much. Maybe if I get this number off my screen right here, then I'll be pretty good. So, what happened is today, I wanted to make today a special day because it's the day after the election, right? And then some people, they're wondering, hey, who's going to be the big winner of this election? Okay, so I had a couple things that happened to me this week. Okay, so let me preface this whole thing. Okay, now the thing is, right now, if you do not know, in America there is an election going on between the president, Donald J. Trump, and the former vice president, Joe Biden. Okay, actually, you know what? This is pretty loud. So, what happens is now, you know, November 3rd, everyone went out and they went to vote. Actually, they've been voting for a long time, and then people were trying to do their votes. Now, the thing is, there's two things you're not supposed to do about in conversation. It's talk politics or religion, okay? And then, you know, the physical stuff, yeah, you don't talk that either, okay? But in this case, it's politics because it's always really, really... the noise from outside away, I don't know. It just happens, I guess. Joanna Teresa from Facebook asked, how do you keep the noise outside away? I don't hear any traffic. Okay, so here's the deal. So I never do any of these politic things because I don't want to be controversial. Okay, I don't want to do like, hey, you know, do stupid things on YouTube or because I don't want those subscribers. I don't want people like, you know, you pick one side or the other and then you know people get pissed and whatever, right? No, so I never really do that type of stuff. And you don't talk religion because people, they like religion, don't like it, and all these different things. And then so I learned to really, hey, what's going on, Madison? Oh, thank you. Yeah, Madison said, yeah, congratulations on 7K. Yay. 7,000 subscribers, yes. So, okay, so what I decided to do was I had to do this today, okay? Now, people are talking about the whole election, and they go like, okay, who's going to win? You know, is it Trump, Biden? And then people, like, you pick one way and they get upset, okay? They really do. But here's a problem with this one, okay? I told you how much that I don't talk politics. I really don't. I don't like controversy stuff. I just like being happy. and, just going to Korean barbecue, Dodger games, or, just sing on Friday nights, or, those type of things, right? Go hang out with my belly dance friends, that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just what I do, okay? But, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, you guys, whatever I believe on the police or whatever I believe on president, whatever. No, I mean, because I just don't do it until right now, okay? So this will be my only ever time I'm going to mention this, but it's like, I got to tell you because it's pretty the purpose of this video, okay? The thing is, my life, I'm a Republican. Simple, right? But thing is, you would never know if you talk to me. So when I post on Facebook or Instagram and stuff, you don't even see me. You go like, oh yeah, this Donald Trump, Republican. No, it's not that. I keep it to myself because I know that's controversial. And then whenever you talk with different people who are passionate about politics, no matter what happens, they're always right, right? And then so you're going to be sitting there just wasting hours and hours just listening on why they think that you should change your mind. And then so the reason why I'm telling on this story, okay, is last night. I'm watching the election. Okay, I have CNN.com, FoxNews.com, and I'm not listening to any of this stuff. I just have just the maps and just watching the Electoral College thing. Okay, so for the people that don't know what Electoral College is, okay, when you vote, it's not like everybody in the country they have a vote and whoever gets the most vote wins. No, it's not like that because they need to have it representative of whole America. So the Electoral College, they give a certain amount of votes to certain regions. Like California, it's 55 votes. New York, I think it's like 29 or something. I don't know. And then Pennsylvania's 20. The reason why I know that, that's a big one. Nevada's 6. So it says that's the different areas that they have. So if you win the state, so if you have like 1 million people going for Trump and 1 million and one going for Biden, then Biden gets all the votes of that state. Does that make sense? Okay, so what happened is I'm watching the electoral votes go, and then so if it's on, I'm looking at the states, and then if they were all blue, like dark blue, then that means Biden's winning, or he won it. And if it's dark red, Trump won, right? And then also if it's light blue, that means Biden's kind of winning, right? And then if it's light red, then Trump's kind of winning, right? So I'm watching a thing that last night, and then it looked amazing because, all these polls beforehand, oh, Trump's double-digit lose, he's going to lose by a landslide, all that kind of stuff, right? So I don't tell my concern on everybody. It's like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden the first day he starts winning, right? You see all these red states, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And the way it was looking, right? It was looking crazy because it looked like it's going to win. So all the people that really, really hate Trump, they're just like, they weren't complaining before. They're saying like, oh, okay, no matter what happens after the election, if you lose, don't despair. And if you win, don't gloat. Okay, I get it, right? And then, they don't want you to riot, all that kind of stuff. All right, fair's fair, okay? So at 1 a.m, I'm still watching this. I need to go to sleep because of work, right? I'm watching this thing. I'm going, oh my gosh, it's so crazy, right? And then one of my friends who I thought was my friend messages me out of the blue. We were friends for a long time. And then I get a message, not, hey Steve, how you doing? Right? It's like, who did you vote for? And then I go, oh God, well, who do you think, right? She knows, I'm a Republican. And she's, oh God, anybody that votes for Trump can't be my friend. You and me, we can't be friends anymore. And then she started typing those little dots, when you go in the chat. I blocked her. Instantly, I blocked her. I don't want to hear this. I'm like, what kind of nerve is that when it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, you're going to just message me out of the blue and say, hey, I know you're, it's like, look, if you know the answer to the question, or if you know the answer, and you don't want to hear it, don't ask the question, right? And then what happens is she's like, how can you do it? How can you do it? And then I'm like, what are you talking about? That's just what I do, right? And then so I'm like thinking like, gosh, I can't believe the nerve of this girl, whatever, right? And then so this morning when I wake up, it changed. So it looked like Biden was an advantage, right? Okay. And I'm thinking like, the nerve of that girl. She showed her true colors, and I blocked her. I deleted her number, blocked her number, then deleted it, right? And then now if Biden wins, she might be like, oh, I was acting really bad to you. I don't care, because you know what? I'm not that forgiving of a person. If someone says that, just call me. It's like, look, if I post constantly Trump, Republican, right? Okay, get me, right? If I make videos saying, oh, you need to do this, I never did that. So that's why I'm like, why did she even come up and try to do it and point me out in a place like California, right? It's like 69% Democrat. Doesn't even matter if I had like me and 100 friends voting for Trump. It's not going to matter. You just do it because you don't want, you want to support your party. So, last night I made this big post on Facebook, and I thought it was a pretty good post, right? It was really neutral and stuff. It's like, look, I'm not here to be political and everything like this, but don't put me in that type of situation and try to make me apologize for who I am and all that stuff. And then so it was pretty good. So my friends who were Democrat and Republican, they're like, oh yeah, I can understand whatever, right? And then I was getting messages. From other people. Like one of my friends, okay, she's gay. Okay? I have a bunch of friends that are gay. Okay, that's not a big deal, right? And then so she's saying like, I can't believe you. Why are you even, supporting somebody who doesn't support your friends? I'm like, okay, look. I have friends on both sides. On Republican, Democrats, people are straight, gay, whatever. Transgender, white, black, Mexican, Asian, just all the different things. Okay, and then so what happens is people have different policies for different things. Okay, now thing is, oh yeah, Trump's anti-gay thing. It's like, when? Tell me, right? Just he's a bad guy and stuff. Okay, look. I'm really disappointed on this whole cancel culture thing, right? When people say like, oh, I had people tell me that, you know what? It's like, you don't know what it's like to be, like growing up in the inner city and being black and stuff. I go, no, I don't know. Right? And then, it's like, yeah, because the police say, okay, I get it, right? But thing is, I don't know your situation. And then so they were trying to make me apologize that I didn't know. Just like how this person was trying to tell me, it's like, you don't understand what it's like to be gay. And no, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay? So thing is, I'm not going to apologize that I wasn't born that way or whatever. I mean, the luck of the, or not luck of thing, it's the luck of the draw. It's like, okay, did I choose to be an overweight, bald Korean dude? No. I mean, I'm happy with myself. I'm totally happy with myself, right? But thing is, I'm not going to sit here and like complain about everything that like, oh, people hate me. No, that's not how it goes. Because what happened is with all my friends, I don't care what values that they do. They're my friends. When I actually meet people, I don't go up and like, just going on a date. It's like, hey, are you a Republican or a Democrat? No, that's dumb. It's like, hey, you like Chinese foot massage? I mean, it's pretty easy, right? But it's what I realize is the way that this whole politics things go, okay? Everything is one big gang. Now, let me get this straight. People are talking about gangs all the time, right? So when you talk about the blue and red party, you have the Democrats and the I was gonna say and the Bloods. No, so you have the blues and the reds. Okay, they're always rivalry, right? When I taught at Fremont High School, and Crenshaw was our rival. Fremont's red, Crenshaw's blue. So we're red, so Bloods, Crips, blue. Crenshaw, yeah, Crips, right? UCLA blue, UCLA red, Republicans red, Democrats blue. I mean, it just happens that they're always teams, okay? But what happens is it gets to a little weird thing, all right? Because when you have all these different little cliques, right? If you're not part of the other team, then you're the enemy. That's what really sucks about it, okay? So I'm not even talking about just bigger teams like this. I'm talking about even in the smaller level, okay? So it's like there's two terms that I want to talk about right now. Being part of a team and being part of family, okay? When you're part of a team, okay, there's always an opponent. So thing is like, oh, okay, we got to beat that other team. What's our strategy? Our team. Oh, I hate that other team. When you went to your high school, right? Oh, we love our high school. Oh, that other high school. Oh, they suck over there, right? You're playing Little League Baseball. You like your team. Oh, those other people over there. It's always you versus them, right? And how you guys are better. When in reality, you guys are exactly the same. You guys are human beings, same interests, and then you guys, do your stuff. Okay? Now, family, there is no opposition. You're trying to get like everybody together on the same page. It's like, all right, we're brothers, sisters, and stuff, and that's how it should be. Okay? So no matter who you are, some people will try to discriminate, being like, hey, you're Asian. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to hang out with a bunch of Asians. Oh, look at those white people over there. Look at those black people. You know what? We're all people. We're all people. It doesn't matter what color you are or what language you speak, right? It's just that, what makes you better than that other person? Okay? Now what happens is if I have a friend who comes in, like one of my black friends comes and hangs with a bunch of Asians, right? Am I going to shame him? Oh, look at you, you're black and we're Korean. Or if I go with his friends, they go, hey, you're Asian, we're black. No, that's stupid, right? So what happens is I'm me. Wherever I go, I'm going to be Steve Shin, not Big Daddy Shin, Steve Shin, right? And then I'm not going to apologize for what I'm not. Because remember, I have a right. Like, when something happens, I know what's right and what's wrong, right? So what's right for me is not the same right for you. Okay? So when the one person today said, hey, tell me, why are you Republican? It's like, A, I don't even have to give you an answer, and B, what's the big difference? Okay? You have different values than I do. It doesn't mean that we're not friends, right? It's just like saying, okay, I like chocolate ice cream and you like vanilla ice cream. What? We're not friends anymore because you like different ice cream? That's horrible. And then so it's like, it's like, oh, you like the beach, but I like the forest. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you anymore. Oh, how can you like outdoor nature? You know what I mean? So that's why it's like this whole politic thing, it's really getting us screwed because we're losing perspective. Okay? Now, granted with the whole thing on Trump, okay, a lot of people, they don't like him. They say, oh, he does this. Okay, how about Biden? He does a lot of things too, right? He does this, and a lot of them are the same stuff. Okay? Now, thing is, what you don't know is like when you just watch one type of news all the time, then you're not gonna really see both sides. So you have to watch all news and not just little clips. Like you can't see like, oh, so and so did this, and they show you like 5 seconds. No, watch the whole thing, right? But we don't have time to watch the whole thing. So the media is going to show us what we want to see, or what they want us to see and what to believe. Okay? Now, what happens is this. For Republican stuff, that's my right. Because a lot of the things that they have, their policies and stuff, I totally agree, right? Some people, different situations, they really like the Democratic platforms and policies, and that's the right for them. Okay? So then when we watch these debates, and then like, someone says, oh yeah, this is this, and then, they have the debates, okay? And then what happens is when it gets to the other person's question, they don't talk about what they're going to do. They're talking about how bad the other person is. So I'm going, oh my gosh. So my concern for this election is it's not about like people voting for Democrat because they believe on what they're going to do. I can almost guarantee you that most of the people that vote Democrat for Biden have no idea what he's going to be, his policies. You know why? Because he told you guys on the debate he's not going to let you know what he does on certain policies until after he's elected, right? Most people voted for Biden because they hate Trump. But thing is, the people that I know, the people that I roll with, right? People are just saying like, oh, you like him and he's racist. You're racist. It's like, oh my God. Some of you people that listen to like that hardcore rap music talking about the N-word and gangsters, that's pretty racist stuff. So I could be like, hey, you listen to that music and you're racist, right? You like chocolate milk, you're racist. I'm like, I hate that stuff. Anybody who doesn't like anybody for a certain reason, I think they're racist. Oh, you use pencils instead of pens. I hate you. You're racist. You're a pensist. Or whatever it's going to be. Well, let me see what people are talking about. No way. No. Okay, Sean, what's going on? Yes, I am. I live like an hour and a half from you guys. So me and Coach Lehman are really good friends. Okay. And then, ¿cómo estás de León? Sí. Gracias por ver este video. Okay. And then also we have, okay. All right. Anyways, so on this whole thing, when people are talking about, so right now, let me finish Madison, and then I'll address any question you need about this whole election. Okay. Now the thing is about who is going to really win this election. Okay. I mean, on paper, yeah, we could say Biden, unless Donald Trump wins like a miracle thing. Basically, Donald Trump will have to win all the rest of the states, and then Nevada gonna have to switch to red, and then Donald Trump could win. But what happens is if Biden wins one of those states, then it's game over. Okay. Now let me go back to the whole thing though, right? So like when it's like that whole guaranteed thing that before when Democrats thought they're going to lose, a lot of my Democrat friends, they're trying to say that, oh, let's be peaceful, a bunch of Gandhis, going like, oh yeah, peace, brotherhood, friendship, and don't talk bad about each other. Okay, that's fine, right? But today, I dealt with those things, the girl from last night, the girl from this morning, and then throughout the day, I'm seeing some of these people that posted that post, that meme. It's about like, I don't know, Lucy Liu or something. She wrote something, and then now they are just ridiculing Trump like crazy. Oh, that's not my president. Oh, this sore loser type of stuff, right? And then so that's what's disturbing about it to me is like, look, ultimately, whether you like him or not, you guys see from the country, if he was that bad, he would not have half the country like him right now as much as they do. Because what happened is the polls said, oh, he's going to be like killed in this election. No one's going to vote for him. But you see in Florida, all the Latino people voted for him. He won Florida, a lot of those southern states. So, I mean, yeah, only 15% of the black people voted, but then for him. But it's better than the 5% he had. So people are catching up. But what happens is there's a lot of different weird things that happen with the election. I mean, with this whole year in general, right? So it's like, if the people are going to like cry when Trump's going to win, and they're going to cry when Trump's going to lose, and then when Biden actually wins, well, I'm going to say if Biden actually wins. Do you know who's going to go riot on the streets? A ton of people. I mean, it's going to be a disaster. And then it's like yesterday, my friend lives in LA, and then like at 10:30 at night, people aren't really going at night, but there's a lot of people riding on their bikes, their bicycles. It's like, okay, it's a school night. It's a night election. They're waiting for something to be announced, and then they were just going to go and like loot everything, right? But we don't want that. I mean, if you're a looter and you're watching my thing, first of all, I'm kind of ashamed, right? But second of all, it's like, just don't do it. I mean, don't do stupid things. Because ultimately, whoever wins, right? Whoever wins, to us, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because the one thing that I have to tell you is that, hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me see this. That's awesome, Sean. You must be like 20 years old now, huh? Okay. Unwounder. I'll get that. And then so yeah, I think Biden's gonna win. Okay. It's funny how people rioted when he won. Now they riot when he loses. Yeah. About to go get me some Gucci. Stupid. Go get questions. Actually, you know what? If you were a bookstore owner, you're doing pretty good in the riots. So if you notice, like when they rioted in Long Beach after that whole, the guy getting shot, right? They were robbing every store except the bookstore. So it's like, oh my gosh, And then here's a cold blood about it. So okay, younger people, if you're gonna go in business for something, don't get a bookstore. Because if people don't even want to break your windows and rob their stuff and get it for free, how do you expect them to pay for it? Why is it named worldwide if it's just a nation? Okay, little boy, I'll go on that one. Hey, Greg, Coach Lehman, Sean is watching on YouTube, just so you know. Okay, so Sean, Coach Lehman's, he's on my Facebook watching. So, little doughboy, world is the whole world, the earth, everything on there. Okay, 7 continents, a lot of water, all that stuff. A nation is one country. That's why this is Worldwide Wednesday. Okay. All right. So anyways, going back to the whole, when somebody wins, somebody loses, and life goes on. Okay. One of the most important things that I'll ever tell anybody when I tell my students or people, friends, or just motivation. Okay. The number one person in this world is you. In my world, the number one person is me. Okay? So thing is, you shouldn't worry about anybody except you, your parents, your family, and stuff, whatever, right? People that are around you. For me, my world is my mom, my brothers, my sister, my friends, family, even my enemies who we interact. When I go to the store, okay, the person that sells me food, that's my world, just in whatever. When I go teach at school, all the students have, all the kids that I coached, whatever, people that actually had in my little intertwined thing, that's my world. Okay? Now, what I realize is I do care a lot about my world. Okay? Like just you have a different world than I do. But if our two worlds collide, then it's like, that'd be awesome. It combines. Okay? But one thing that happened like about a year and a half ago, right? When I changed jobs, I was jobless for like 2 months, right? I didn't have any money, right? I mean, I had my the month of May paycheck, but then I didn't get paid until September. So what happens is nobody was coming over and helping me pay my rent. Some people maybe buy me like a hamburger or something, right? But I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody's paying to help me gas and all these other different things. And I had zero money, right? From, oh my gosh, I had to figure out something to do, right? And I did. I ended up getting a job. I got actually a really good job, okay? I had to drive like 90 miles both ways and stuff, but I got a job. I figured things out, okay? But what happens is now I feel pretty good on what I'm doing. I'm trying to take care of myself and being responsible, right? But what happens is when I see people like in other states and other countries, somebody asked me this question actually. It's like, hey, you lived through like the 9/11 or 9/11 and all the LA riots and all that kind of stuff and Columbine, stuff like that. Did those affect you? And then I looked at the guy and I said, no, it didn't. The reason why is because I told you my world is right here. And then actually you guys are actually my world right here too, right? But thing is, at the time, I did not know anybody in New York. So thing is, when you watch this kind of stuff, it's like watching a movie. Or, you know, the people like that. I know when you hear tragedy and stuff, and it really sucks. Don't get me wrong. You hear like the shooter and whatever, and then just like most people, they think, I'm so glad it wasn't my school. I'm so glad it wasn't me. Okay? But thing is, it could have been the luck of the draw. Just like how I became a fat Korean old dude coming here on YouTube talking about live politics when it's not really, I mean, it's a politics show, but not really, right? So it's the luck of the draw, okay? Now, thing is, when I'm driving on the street and then you see all these, like, you know, kids in, like, gold chains and, like, nice shoes and sunglasses, they have this picture of some person, oh, yeah, this person died. Can you donate to the funeral? No, I'm not going to donate to that funeral. When I was jobless, were they helping me out? I know it's kind of insensitive, right? But first of all, that chain you're wearing is probably more expensive than, you know, all the stuff that I'm wearing. Probably more expensive than my watch or whatever, right? And then, you know, coming out and just like going out there, stopping traffic, making it uncomfortable and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, right? The thing is, you hope the cops would come around and stop it, but they're not, because these people want the defunding the police, and when they stop them, then, you know, they complain racism and, you know, whatever. So all these different things that, you know, me personally, when I like I said, I can't understand what it's like to be certain different people in different situations, but these people can't understand the different situations that I live to, right? So thing is, yeah, I remember driving in, like, you know, the Grape Street area in Watts, right? Thinking that these two big black dudes with, like, you know, have 40s in their hands and like they're here, hey, mother effer, da 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 da. I go, oh my God, I'm gonna die, right? And then so I had to push down on my gas pedal, and then literally I thought I was gonna have to try and hit them. So thing is, I live different things that certain people did too. So these are my truths, right? Oh shoot, hold on. I didn't know I was going that long. So it's like, you know, the different stories that people do, right? To go, oh, you don't understand me. Well, so you don't understand me, you know? You don't understand what it's like getting lost in the Grand Canyon when you're like 4. Okay? So those are the different types of things that it's like you got to understand the other people about each other, okay? But once you do this, you're going to realize something about yourselves. That no matter what happens outside of your world will keep going on, okay? So just say I wake up tomorrow and Biden wins. You know what? I'm still going to be teaching my school right here. I'll do my video on Friday night. I'm going to do whatever. If taxes raise, okay, taxes get raised. If they go down, great. You know? But what happens is if Trump wins, same thing. My life is going to go on. All of our lives are going to go on. You know what's not going to go on? Those friendships that I lost in the last day because they didn't like me because of who I voted for. That's what's stupid about it, okay? Thing is, we have to realize that it's not about your political beliefs and go, oh, you like this person, that means you hate God, you like abortion, you like us. No, it's not that. It's just everybody has their reasons to do something, okay? Do any of you guys ask the reason why I did this video today? I could have easily just went and watched Cobra Kai, but that'd be the second time because I finished the whole thing already. Hold on a second. Let me go. Okay, Sean. No, I'm not. Hey, Greg. I'm not going to ask him what his last name is. I'm going to keep the people. Okay, so I want bread with ketchup smeared on top. All right, Bob. Go get bread with ketchup smeared on top. That's kind of gross. If he swings Georgia, he'll have massive win. If he doesn't, Trump will call it close, maybe. Okay, so the thing is, there's a good chance that Trump's going to win all the things except Nevada. But Nevada, it's a difference of 8,000 votes for as we are right now. Okay? Now, the thing is, it is possible. It is possible. But thing is, it just depends on how much you believe. Okay? Now, here's a problem with this whole thing. All right? This is why I'm not talking about who's going to win, either Trump or Biden, okay? I mean, who do I hope win? Yeah, that's one thing. But who's going to win? It might be the same, might be different. Okay, but when I'm watching these things, I'm watching in real time the numbers jump. Right, Trump is winning Wisconsin, and it's like over here. I think it's like 2 a.m. Okay, by 100,000 votes. 100,000 votes. Okay, and then all of a sudden, Biden's beating him. So all of a sudden, within like, a couple minutes, Biden just got 100,000 votes so he could win Wisconsin. And then he got another 100,000 to beat Michigan, right? That's kind of suspicious to me. And then that's one of the reasons why Trump is pretty upset, because, okay, you know what? If it's like at 100,000 votes, the whole time it's 50-50 the whole state. And then just one city of 100,000 people, one county of 100,000, just all for Biden in 2 states around the same time area, right? That's a little fishy. So they're going to probably investigate that, and we'll see. But thing is, it's like, I have no idea what they're going to do. Like I said, he wins, he wins. He loses, he loses. Okay? Yes, Sean, I know exactly who you are. But what happens is Coach Lehman has to need a shocker. On the Rockies, Greg. On the Rockies. Okay, so yes, what do you think about Trump claiming Michigan, Wisconsin before they decided and the kind of stuff? Okay, so Andrew Rock is asking, what do you think about Trump claiming Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Georgia before they decided and called to stop counting votes in those states? Okay, so what happens is this. I saw that press conference last night, and it was pretty good, actually. Like Joe Biden, he goes, yeah, we got to go to sleep, but you know what? My dad says things could happen, whatever. Okay. So this election, the reason why it's kind of fishy is because normally when you have votes, you go vote in person on this year is November 3rd. Okay. So when you vote, you go vote, and there's no, you can do absentee vote. Like if you know you're going to be out of the city or out of the state, they'll mail you one, but you have to register for it. Okay. You have to actually register, and they send you one. It's official. You send it out, and then you either drop it in wherever you're at on November 3rd, drop the envelope in the polling place, and that's it. But what happened is this year, because of the pandemic, people wanted to vote in person, but some people wanted that to do mail. They're scared, like, oh my gosh, we're going to die in just voting for this thing. Okay. Now, so what they did was they mailed ballots out to everybody. Okay. Now, I got a ballot, but I got 2 ballots. Did I vote twice? No, because on the thing it says if you vote twice, you could go to jail, right? When I think about it right now, could I have voted twice? Probably. One by your phone and one by the ballot thing. But I don't want to try that because that's illegal. That's horrible. I can't live stream from jail, right? Or prison, right? You guys are going to be like calling me on the phone. Oh, Shin. No, none of that. So what happens is they let people start voting a month ahead of time. Okay. So when they do that, people could just go, oh yeah, just mail the stuff. Now, the thing is, when they're mailing it, they were just mailing it to people's addresses. Okay. So it didn't matter if you're alive or dead. Somebody would have been intercepting your envelope. They could have. And then they had like stories of, a lot of these envelopes, they would end up in the dumpster, or people like try to burn like these ballot boxes and stuff. Because, if you have a bunch of votes in there and you're in like a Republican area and some Democrat didn't want to do it, yeah, they'll put a match in there. Or if you're in a Democrat area and then you're Republican, you're a bad guy, you put a match in. Yeah, you'll go to prison for that. But I think in Baldwin Park, someone did that. And that sucks. Okay. But what happens is the states are supposed to, or the counties are supposed to count them beforehand. Some were counting after. That's why Pennsylvania, no. Nevada said they're going to start counting some of these votes tonight and then tomorrow at noon. So who knows when they're going to be finished. Some people say like Pennsylvania is going to be finished by by Friday. Okay. Now, thing is, on a normal election, you'll usually find out by like midnight if it's close, maybe 2 in the morning or something. But you find out before you go to sleep, and you could celebrate. But this one of the states, I think it was Pennsylvania. They are allowed to bring their ballots in, mail it in. Okay, they mail it on the day, and they have 3 days for these envelopes to go to Pennsylvania. So people could have still been voting as long as it's in the mail, in whatever, right? So even if Trump wins Pennsylvania, they're waiting for all the mail to come, and they're going to check those ballots, and then that's how the whole vote thing go, right? Ryan, I totally remember who you are. Okay, and then anyways, so what happens is people don't trust the mail system. Okay, now do I trust the mail system? Half and half. I order a lot of stuff on Amazon, right? But when I did my Amazon stuff, at least 4 things got lost in the mail. Okay. Now, thing is, I'm only one person, and I probably ordered maybe 30 things total. So 4 out of 30, that's not too bad, right? But we're talking about millions of people all over the country that need to vote. So think about how much lost mail is out there in all these different votes that are just hanging out there, like in like a corner of a thing, or some maybe a Democratic or Republic mailman just dumps these things. Who knows? I mean, that's what their concern is. Do I think it's true? I hope it's not true. But we never know, right? Okay, so yeah, awesome. Yeah, Joe Hotness. That's who Joanna Teresa is. Yeah, I see on both of them. Thank you very much. Right. So, okay, so Michael Fenton on Facebook says Dems stayed home and mailed in ballots. Republicans waited to vote in person, delayed vote counting due to increased mail-in. Okay, that's totally true. So what happens is people like me, I put my vote in yesterday because I didn't want it to get lost in the mail. But a lot of people who are Democrats, they got their stuff and then they would mail it in, and then so that's why a lot of the Democratic votes are coming in later. Okay, but we see how many they are. I mean, California, it's just, if you guys ever lived in California, you know how Democratic our thing is. So it doesn't matter what we do, it's always going to be Democratic. Okay, but that's perfectly fine because I know that that's what the people believe, and that's great. Okay, but when people start going door to door and say they're going to vote for them, that's when things kind of suck. So, that's why it's like, some people like, oh, get this. So they don't check to see even if you're dead. Okay. So some people, if you have somebody who passed away or like they got a lost thing, those people could take that ballot, they forward their signature because, who knows, right? Do your vote, mail it in, right? They didn't even check the pollsters. So I guess there's some dude, I think he's in New York, right? He died. He was running for office. He died and he won. So New York, the state that put in AOC in office, they put a dead guy in office too. So they got to figure that one out too. You guys figure it out. Okay, so some state laws prohibit them from counting votes early. Okay, there we go. Thanks, counselor. Okay, so yeah, that's what Coach Lehman says. He's a lawyer. He said some state laws prohibit them from counting votes early. Okay. And then so the voting delays that you're talking about. Oh, this is Michael Fenton again. Talking about happen every election. The losing opponent usually concedes, but there's a clear winner. As long as a ballot is postmarked by voting day, it'll still be counted. Military votes overseas are also delayed. See more and counted later. Thanks, Michael Fenton. That was a great answer. Both of you guys on Facebook. Greg and Mike, thank you very much. So here we go. Electroplasm says, my neighbor is a postal delivery person. He tells me about the stuff getting lost or thrown away quite a bit. There you go. So, these are all hearsay stuff. Now, here's something that you guys understand. Right now, I have electroplasm from YouTube. Okay? He just told me that thing, and, I'm like, oh my gosh. Electroplasm told me that, his neighbor is a postal worker and sees things thrown away. And then so I'm going to tell the people on Facebook, hey, guess what? This, I heard, now it's not electroplasm from YouTube told me. It's like, hey, I heard that they do this, right? And then so, maybe Michael or Greg will be like, oh, the people in the post office, they throw that stuff away. How do you know? Oh, I heard it on this guy from YouTube, right? Not knowing that I got it from right there, right? That's how news media is. A lot of people, they're going to just read things, and then they're going to hear things, and then whether they're educated or not on it, they're going to just run with it. Like, when Trump talked about the coyotes bringing the babies over on the border, right? Oh, yeah, the people and the coyotes bring the babies over. And what happened is a lot of people who hate Trump instantly lost it. They're like, how do coyotes bring babies over? They're going to eat them first. I go, you're kidding me. These are blue dot people. Blue dot people on Instagram, the verified on Instagram and Twitter. And they're talking about coyotes eating kids. Okay? Actually, you know what? Because what happens is, if you don't live anywhere by the southern border, okay? Coyotes are people that they hang out like in some like area. I saw the one in Tijuana actually. And people that want to sneak across illegally, they go over there, they pay the money, and then these people, these usually men, but there's women too. They get the people over from Mexico to California or America. They're called coyotes, right? And then so people are, oh, okay. So, Snopes had to probably fix that one. Who knows? All right. So, yeah. Thanks, Greg. So thing is, if these people didn't know what coyotes were, right? These are people like, oh, how come we can't win? If he gets all the votes, why isn't he winning the whole thing? It's like, well, when you win, like if you win one state and you have like all your votes there, like in California, I mean, that's like 7 million, whatever. Of course, but you have to win the whole country to win president of the things. Okay, so Cowboy Cat, let me show these, you know what? Scar, what's a PFP? Okay, so, okay, I can't do that one. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, I realize there's all these oh, okay, I see what happened. What happened is I'm looking at so I see that the chat monitors up a lot of comments. I had no idea. Okay. So coyotes are too risky. Too many innocent Mexicans die from them. You know what? Probably, Cowboy. But you know what I learned too? Okay. Oh, by the way. Okay. So just in case, like, people, they're just like going like, oh, well, who is the big winner from this election? It's us. Because now you know that no matter what happens, you guys are going to be you, I'm going to be me, and we're going to live happily ever after. Right? And then it doesn't matter who's in charge. Whoever's in charge, they have their different rules, right? Like you go to one, like if you go to one camp, that camp has certain rules. You're like, oh, okay, and then you play by the rules and you do your best you can. And then the next following year, you go to camp in another city or whatever, and then they have different rules, okay? But you just go and you just do your best, okay? If you have that mentality, then you'll be perfectly fine. You don't need to go and ask people why they did certain things. You know, it's like, why did you eat In-N-Out Burger today instead of McDonald's? You know, you don't need to answer that question. I did it because no, I didn't eat it today. I just enjoy, you know, a cheeseburger with double or with extra onions and extra tomatoes, chopped chilies and fries light. That's why I go to In-N-Out. Okay. But okay, here we go. Now, the thing with the coyotes and people sneaking over, okay? Now, this isn't like a whole racist and hatred type of things, okay? But for me, some of you guys know that I go to Mexico quite a lot, and then I visited like a lot of different cities, and I met with low class, middle class, high class, all those different things, right? But what got me thinking was when I was hanging out with a bunch of like the maybe just the humble people. They weren't making that much money, and some maybe a little bit more. And then the really rich people. It feels like you're living in LA, right? But what I noticed is most of these families, the dad will work, the mom stays home, takes care of the kids, and it's a great experience. Ooh, thanks, Pui. In Arizona, Trump is now trailing Biden by 79,000 votes. Okay? 79,000 votes. They're about to count Maricopa County in Arizona, and that is heavily Republican. There's 400,000 votes coming in. Wow. Okay. Breaking news right here. If this happens, okay, so some of you guys, you watch because you thought I was going to sing a song in Spanish or something. But the ones that actually wanted to watch because it's there's a chance that Trump could flip this election right away with this Maricopa County. So if we have Vegas still in action and we have Arizona in action, the Shin gets real. Thank you very much. I was waiting for the right time for that one. Oh wow, awesome. Okay, so let me go on this one. Now, the whole thing with the families I was telling you, okay? They have Sunday nights, they meet all the different families and they all get together for dinner and everything, eat fresh stuff, and people are generally happy over there. And so when I'd go there, I'm talking a big game, me, Steve Shin from LA, and oh yeah, this Disneyland, whatever. Hey you guys, if you guys ever come up to LA, they're like, oh no, we're not gonna go to LA. It's like I thought everybody wants to go to LA. It's like, no, why? And they actually said this is why. And then I was trying to say Disneyland, Chinese foot massage, Korean barbecue. No, they're perfectly happy down there, right? So then I realized it's like, oh my gosh, these people down there in Mexico, if you have a pretty good life, they don't want to go. And then so I'm thinking about the same thing with Koreans, probably even like my family, right? It's like if it was so good in like Korea, China, and all that stuff, why would they even want to leave? Like why? Like right now, wherever you live in right now in America, if you enjoy where you live, like if you live in Burbank or Fullerton or in Tijuana or South Central Watts, if you're perfectly happy where you live, why would you want to move, right? Usually you want to move for a different type of opportunity. So what happens is, okay, this is only one person's story, but it was pretty convincing to me when I heard it. It was like someone down there. They told me that usually what happens is maybe the dad will come over with one of the coyotes, and then they'll make like $500 a month, something really cheap, and then just live and just do whatever they could do, just work really hard, okay? And then with that money, they'll send it back to Mexico so their family could live pretty well. And it's really actually amazing, right? Where it's like, someone's really to sacrifice their whole thing to break their back to get the money for the family back there. Now, what happens is, you could say like, oh, that's not too bad. It's a single story. But no, that's not the only story. There's a lot of people that do that. So if you have one person, yeah, they take out $500 here. But if you have like, 1 million of them come over and they all take that's $500 million that they're taking out American money and they're taking to Tijuana, right? So what happens is when everybody's here over there, when they're, just say something, they get hurt or something, whatever. The people that have jobs, they pay the taxes and they pay for all this stuff. That's why everybody wants the legal immigration, not the illegal ones. So even people that sneak over from Korea, they're like on some type of visa, and then they don't get their citizenship, and they just stay here and hide in Koreatown, and they only speak Korean. Yeah, I get pretty upset, because thing is, those people, guess who's paying for their thing too? Yeah, us, right? So that's why it's like when you talked about the coyotes and all this stuff and whatever. Hey, Pui, keep me updated on the thing. Okay, so yes, what happened is Cowboy Cat says Mexicans from the southern states don't care about going to the U.S. I'm currently living in Guadalajara and it's peaceful here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Cowboy. So when, like my brother, he would work in Guadalajara, and then so I'd go visit him acá, and then I'd go to León, Guanajuato, see, and then Dolores Hidalgo. And also I went down to Puebla and Oaxaca. And then so over there, it's like everything's amazing. I remember going to Zapotlanejo and Huahuapan, Zacatecas, all those ones, they're really good places. And if you could afford to live there, I don't know why you'd want to live anywhere else. Really. It's really beautiful. Seriously. All right, Sean. Hey, Sean, tell me what school you... No, don't tell me that. Okay, Sean, come back Friday night. I think Greg will be here too. Coach Lehman will be here. Friday night I sing. I know. You're like, I don't want to... Well, that's good to see, though. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't know. So, Sean, we'll get you a hoodie. All right. Thanks a lot, man. Awesome. So anyways, yes, all is not lost. All is not lost to this whole thing about the whole Trump thing, right? That's why you don't see people really losing it. I mean, I also needed to do this one because I got tired of watching people online doing all these, like the Michael Jordan, Trump crybaby type of things. It's horrible. That's not too cool, okay? And then so now that the people who are supporting Biden, they're gloating right now. Seriously, I'm seeing a lot of it, right? And now that we know that Arizona has a chance to flip with Maricopa County, people are gonna lose their stuff. And then if you want to see like people like I don't know, it's like how the Dodgers, they lost a couple World Series because the Astros and the Red Sox, they both cheated, right? And then we lost those things, and then finally we win the World Series. It's so excited, like, yeah, right? So right now we feel like, Houston. Okay, here's my analogy. 2017 World Series. Okay, I was there. That was the greatest thing ever. But then we should have beat the Astros. And when everyone's blaming it on oh God, I forgot. Yu Darvish, right? Yu Darvish, the MVP for Houston, right? But no, he was our team. But he served up meatballs. But everybody thought it was his fault. But it wasn't. So what happens is, Houston was like, banging on trash cans when it started stealing signs, and then we lost. That was a bitter pill to swallow. It really sucked. And then, so, the next year, Alex Cora goes to the Red Sox. And guess who we see in the World Series? Them. And they're cheating. Right? We lose that one, too. So the thing is, losing 2 in a row and you didn't know that they cheated, that sucks. And then later on, the next year, we find out they cheated. Oh, that was even worse. And then even worse is they didn't even take them away. They let them keep their thing. So it's like, okay, you're teaching all these little kids it's okay to cheat, right? We didn't even make the World Series last year. And come back this year, yes, we get like really expensive Mookie Betts, and then we win the World Series. So this one, it didn't feel that good. It felt good, but didn't feel as good because normally me and my friends are there. But whatever. So, but anyways, if Trump flips this one, am I going to be super cocky, yelling all over the place if Trump wins or not? No, that's not me. That's not my style. I'm not even going to make a video about it, right? But if Biden just pulls it out, am I going to be screaming and shouting and like complaining about stuff? No, not really either. Because tomorrow I have to work on my grades for my school. I have to go on this machine. I got to do like 15 minutes in the morning. Maybe I'll do like 30 minutes. Who knows? Go walk at the park. Just different things, right? Life goes on. Talk to my friends. Those are the things. I have to do what makes me happy. And thing is, you guys should be doing things that make you happy as well. Okay? What I learned also is like I have to trim off the fat. Because thing is, there's a lot of cancerous people that are just talk, and they just want to bring you down. And thing is, you guys know me enough where I'm a pretty happy dude, right? I don't want to sit here and listen to people's crap. I really don't. You know why? Because I have things to think about too. Now, the thing is, once in a while, it's fine. Because, just say you're like Greg, saying like, oh gosh, here's Shin, he's calling me. Okay, what does he need? So, I'll go up and I'll say some, whatever. But he listens to me, right? But if I call him every day, I'm sure he'd be upset about it, right? And then so, but the thing is, if you always call and you're happy, and the people want to see happiness, that's the purpose of my channel. That's why this will be the only video you'll ever hear me talk politics. Because it is a special day. It is a Worldwide Wednesday, and it just happens to be like right now during the stuff. Right? And then so, things are going to be happening on Friday. And then so, I don't know. I might be singing We Are the Champions, YMCA, all that stuff. Or I'll be singing Despacito for Joe Biden. Remember how he's trying to get the Puerto Rican vote with Despacito? Okay. That was pretty bad. It's like, hey, all you Puerto Ricans, all you Spanish speakers, vote for me because I have this song about sex in my background. So okay, if you guys don't know the whole thing, that song Despacito means slowly, and then the whole song is about yes. Well, Madison, probably need to take a seat. Thanks for watching, though, right? I really appreciate it. So, anyways, I think that's pretty much it, because it's like I think you guys understand the whole process, and whatever happens. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen for 4 years. But after 4 years, then they're going to have another election. And if Biden, well, okay, everybody knows, even the Democrats know, that Kamala Harris will be president during this time. Okay? They know she'll be president. Because Biden's 78, maybe he'll get sick. Maybe he'll somehow get the virus and get hospitalized, and then he can't serve anymore, so we need to make Kamala Harris the president, right? If they don't do a good job, half the country currently loves Trump, and they're waiting for them to mess up. So then when 4 years comes by, Mike Pence is going to run, and he's going to win, and he's going to win for 8 years. So for you Democrats that are watching my show right now, yeah, okay, if you win, you win. Good job, right? But just know that there's going to be a lot of people watching, but you're not going to know because Republicans tend to stay silent on social media. All right. Oh, the Georges one. From Venezuela. The Georges one. So, okay. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for all coming in. And do you guys have any other questions? Okay, here's a Q&A session. If you need to know anything about what's going on in this election, I will tell you right now. But remember, this is the last time I'm ever going to talk politics on any of my videos. Anybody? It could be from YouTube or Facebook. Ooh. Okay, I think that's about it then. All right, so Friday. Karaoke nights. Okay. So anyways, I want to thank you guys all for coming in for my Worldwide Wednesday. Who is going to be the big winner of the election between President Donald J. Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden Harris? So we'll see. We'll see who's going to win it. But knowing what we know now, we're going to be the winners because we know we're going to be the most sane people out of everything. While everybody's losing their mind outside, I want you guys to realize we're going to move on and we're going to still be friends, family. Don't let anything stupid ruin friendships and relationships. I lost 2 today, and who knows if I get more. I mean, it's like once people see this video, probably people unfriend me again too. I'll probably lose like half my 4 subscribers, right? So, that's that. Georgette, the whole thing is the presidency is still going on right now. It's still going on. But I was telling everybody that no matter who wins, make sure you know that your life goes on and you're still going to go to work. You're still going to go hang out with your friends. There's still everything. And there's no need to lose your mind off this stuff and lose friendships. That's why we win. Okay? So anyways, I think that's about it. Any update from the thing? Okay. All right. Big Daddy Shin. If I could talk politics, you could talk politics. I'll see you next time. Wait.